Hey guys, welcome back. And I'm gonna talk about the anime in a second, but first, I'm recording this on Sunday, June 26th. I just said June, I meant January 26th. And today, Kobe passed away. So, just wanted to say rest in peace to Kobe and his daughter and the other passengers of that helicopter flight. It's super unfortunate. It's a terrible way to go. And it's just really unfortunate. But rest in peace, Kobe. Condolences go out to his family and everybody that knew him personally and everything, and people who were inspired by him because he's just such a big celebrity and role model also for a lot of people. But now on to anime. So today we're gonna review Black Clover, episode 118, A Reunion Across Space and Time. So, this episode was way better than I expected, to be honest. Because like I said in the past episode, I also watch it. But, like I said in that episode, I was like, okay. With Lit turning into the demon, or about to turn into the demon, I was like, oh, we'll finally get to see maybe like the opening, but like what actually happened. And I was 100% right about that. But it was way better than I expected it to be. It showed how much power the Prince or Wizard King, I'll just call him Lemire, but it showed how much power Lemire had. It showed how strong that demon was, because I mean, honestly, Lemire wasn't gonna win that fight if Lit hadn't gained control for like a second and stopped the demon. But that was crazy. And then I kind of wonder how all this has to do with like what was. Actually, this wasn't part of the Devil's plan. This was Lit acting like sad and depressed and trying to kill all the humans. But yeah, sorry about my voice today. But and then it was kind of interesting to see how Sekire or Nero, I don't know which one to call her right now, but how that magic tool that she kind of gave Lemire when he was fighting the demon absorbed the power. And later in the episode, the demon says that because no, the devil says that because Lit turned into the demon, and because Lemire absorbed the power of the demon or from the blast, they were affected by like the devil's world. So that's kind of interesting. I know that's a little bit later in the episode, but it's interesting to point out now. But yeah, that was some crazy magic Lemire put on display. Brought all those swords down out of nowhere or from the sky, and basically, I don't know what to say. That was cool though. What else? Then jumps to the future, of course, and we see, well, before that, we see how Sekre or Nero traps the devil using her confinement magic, and how it makes her sprout like these horns, which I'm kind of wondering what that's about. Does it mean she's gonna like turn into a devil at some point if she keeps using forbidden magic? That would be kind of interesting. And yeah, I don't know, but that because that was a side effect of her using the forbidden magic, which I found interesting. Because well, Lit died, so I guess there were no actual side effects of it, but yeah. And then we see the devil, as he's being captured by Nero, start his spell with the gems to reincarnate Patry and stuff like that. So it was all cool to see that plan 500 years ago start in motion. Also, I've never said this before, but I don't understand how we're at the 38th Wizard King, and it's been 500 years. I feel like it should be way more, because we're at the 44th president or 45th president of the United States, and it's been like less than 300 years. So, granted, it's for. Wait. Granted, it's for like less time. They're in office less time, but still. Like, I feel like it'd be. I feel like it'd be less. Like, way less. Unless like everybody's dying super young in that world, which I guess makes sense, but still. And then going back to the actual story, Lemire and Nero pop in to fight the demon. I mean, devil. I keep calling him demon, but devil. And we see Lit is actually surprised, even though he's still like slumbered. He knows it's Lemire, which is kind of cool, and he reacts to that. And then Asta, and Patry come out of from underneath the lower levels, and they all join up and they kind of fight. But first, Nero unlocks she unlocks Lit's soul, which is cool. So apparently her magic is very, very, it works very weird. And or the first Wizard King just knows how to use people's magic and make it so that they can learn the right way, because she says that she was only able to do certain things at first, and then it became so she could do stuff like opening people's souls, which is crazy. But I wonder if like how many people can have that type of application to their magic where like they start out like this and it turns into so much more. Like what, like we kind of saw glimpses of that now that I'm thinking about it with Finral and Longris, because Finral's application of spatial magic allows him to teleport, but then Longris allows him to make stuff disappear into a place he doesn't even know where it is. So that's kind of interesting. But I wonder, like, could Finral, and well, Finral does kind of get more applications for his magic when he fights Longris and he kind of shoots those balls at him, or energy blast, whatever you want to call them, at him to cancel out Longris's spatial magic. But other than that, I wonder if that means Finral, Vanessa, and like a couple other of the weaker Black Bulls can really like up their magic in certain ways, especially with Lemire around now. And I don't. That's guessing he stays around, but I don't know how much longer he'll be around, because in this fight, we find out that he's still a statue when the demon gets out. He gets out like a spear that's from his world or whatever, and he just hits the Wizard King in his arm, and it chops off his arm. But it's fine because he's a statue, and Nero just reattaches it because she has sealing magic. But let's go to the beginning of this encounter with the devil. As soon as everybody's in place and everybody's back together, so it's like everybody's on the same page, it becomes Lemire, the first Wizard King, and Lit versus the devil. And boy, I wasn't ready for two good fights in the same episode, with Lemire versus the devil, and now, I mean, the demon. Now I'm switching the names. And now Lit and Lemire versus the devil. I mean, geez. And they were extremely fast. They're extremely coordinated. They're on a different level than a lot of the other characters, and it's very obvious by this. And like says it, of course, but they're on a different level. Like nobody was anywhere close to doing what they could do that we've seen so far, other than possibly like, I mean, it's hard to tell now, but other than possibly the first Wizard King, I mean, not the first, the Julius, I mean, but I have no idea how strong he was, to be honest, in comparison anymore, because that time spell where he saves the whole village, I mean, the whole Clover Kingdom, that's very expansive. That uses a lot of magic, definitely, but I don't know how close he comes to like Lemire or Lit, for example. So we'll find out. Maybe. He's kind of dead now, so I don't know. But yeah. And then after they fight the devil, and he gets his arm, after Lemire gets his arm chopped off for a second, Asta jumps in and stops it, stops the blade, because he has anti-magic. And the devil finds this weird, and everybody else does too, but they're like, it works. And the devil's just kind of like, well, he's bothersome. But, so that's cool. And what else? It's just really a good episode. And if it ends off with a bang, literally, I'd almost say, with them realizing they can't really hurt the devil or get anywhere close to killing him. So Lit decides to use one of his ultimate weapons, and he basically uses all the power of the elves that's in the area and creates like a giant energy blast that totally disintegrates the devil, other than his heart. And then he heals himself with his heart. It was a really cool moment. It was like It was one of those moments where they end the episode, but throughout the credits, you're still getting the animation because they wanted to be impactful for some reason, and it was really cool, and it really drilled home the point that this guy is super unbeatable, other than possibly Asta. And then Asta realized this for once, because it was like, he realized for some reason, if that's what lit swords can really do, and I have lit sword, maybe I can do something like that, or something along those lines. I don't know. We'll find out in the next episode Tuesday. That'll be exciting. Or Tuesday here, at least. But that'll be exciting. And it's just a really good episode. And action-packed. I loved it. I know I said a couple episodes ago, need to slow down on the action, but I don't think I agree with that statement anymore. But tell me what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe. And thanks for watching.